Hi, this is Khader, and today we are going to see how can we make a lead acid battery, or more kind of a lead acid battery. Yeah, this is a lead acid battery. It doesn't look like one, but as you can see, there's an LED glowing here with this battery. Yeah, it looks like a honey bottle, and it is a honey bottle filled with the electrolyte, which I am going to show you how can we make it. And with these two lead plates and connected to a joule tip, and this LED is glowing. So this cell or this battery can give a voltage of about 2 volts or close to 2 volts. So few days back I was working with this alum, what you call as an Epsom salt. These are the crystals of an Epsom salt or alum, and I found in the net that we can recondition batteries with this alum or Epsom salt. So I tried to recondition my old 6 volts battery, this battery. As you can see, I have removed the plugs of the top. So I tried to recondition it, but later I found that it was almost dead because of cells were shorted inside. So I was left with around half a kg of this alum. So I felt that what can I do with this alum? So then I found that we can make cells with this alum powder, and actually these cells or these batteries can be rechargeable. And then I made this small cell with this, and I found that it actually works. So in our childhood we must have worked out with these salt batteries, salt water batteries, where we used copper and aluminum electrodes. So I first experimented with copper and aluminum and copper and zinc electrodes, and I found that the voltage could reach only 1 volt, which wasn't much enough to make use of. So then I found that lead acid batteries normally use these lead plates like this one. This is a big plate from a big inverter battery. So I tried to salvage few from this small lead acid battery which wasn't working. As you can see, I have made a hole and removed the plates. Then I found that one plate was like this. Yes, it was completely corroded into powder. It was actually like this, but it became like this. So I thought I would use only the negative plates, which were good, plates like this. I would use them to make the electrodes. I took both the negative electrode plates and placed in this bottle. Then I tried to charge it. So when I tried to charge it for about an hour, and as you can see, this is the cell. I charged it for about an hour, and I found that this could give a maximum current of 1 amp, and was actually shocked, said that this small cell could give about 1 amp. Then I found that I attached a small joule tip to with an LED to it, and I found that this LED could light for about 6.5 hours brightly, and it's still lighting up. See, so I'm trying to make a bigger cell with this, like this. Yeah, this is a big cell, and you can see the motor is still running. Yeah, with full speed. And this big cell uses these big battery plates, two plates, and this can give a maximum current of about 4 amps. I found that it could give 4 amps, and this motor has been running from past 13 hours and is still running with the full speed. So I hope to reach at least 24 hours with this big battery. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cell, not such big but a small cell in this can, a tic tac can. So let's see how can we make it. So to make a battery, what we need is alum. So first we'll make these big crystals into a fine powder by crushing it with a stone or a hammer. We'll make fine powder like this. So after making it in fine powder, we need a container in which we could mix the electrolyte. So we'll add little of this alum, and we'll mix it with distilled water. If you don't have distilled water, you can use filter water. Only little is enough for my solution. We'll mix it thoroughly until the crystals have dissolved in the water. You should see that no crystals are left behind. Now what I'll do is, I'll take my Tic Tac can and remove the top. So and I have a empty container, and now I need electrodes. So I have taken this big battery plate and cut it into smaller pieces like this. So now I have two small plates. So I have cut this with a small metal piece so that these can act as terminals. So what I'll do is I'll take a small sponge piece, fold it, I'll add these two electrode plates on both the sides, and I'll push it slowly into the container. So now a cell is ready. And what we should do is we should add the electrolyte into the cell. So I'll use a old Fevicol tube to pull the solution from the container. Now I'll slowly add it to the battery until the battery is almost full. Until the sponge is completely wet. So now the sponge is completely wet and the solution has been filled. So now we have to charge it. So initially I'll show you the voltage of the battery. I'll check the voltage, showing around 1.1 volts. Because the two electrode plates are taken from an old battery, one of them must have some lead oxide on it, another does not have any lead oxide on it. So this is the reason it's giving the voltage. So let's see the current rating of this battery. It is giving about 50 milliamps, 40, and it's continuously decreasing, hopefully. So now we'll try to recharge this battery with my source. So first we'll load this battery and see if it can run a small motor. I have this small motor which I'll connect to this battery and check. Now I'll connect the two wires of the fan to the battery, and as you can see, it's not turning. So the current in this battery is not enough to run this motor. Now we'll charge it. We are going to charge it using my supply. This is a variable voltage regulator supply. I have made it in my home. It contains a transformer, a voltage regulator IC LM317 with a filters, and connect to this terminal. This knob is used to control the voltage. So now I'll switch this on first. After switching it on, I'll check the voltage first. I'll keep the voltage to around 4 volts. It's around 13 now. I'll vary the knob to vary the voltage. I'll keep it around 5 volts. 5 volts. Now I'll connect this to the battery. So before connecting it to the battery, initially I'll identify the positive and negative terminals. So I have found that this terminal is a positive terminal and this is a negative one. So I'll connect my positive terminal to this and negative to this one. So I'll check if there is current flow into the battery or not. I'll keep the multimeter in the current mode, 200 milliamps mode. Now I'll check if there is a current flow or not. So there is a current flow of 126 milliamps into the battery. So that means it's charging. The sponge has become dry, so I'll add little more solution of electrolyte. We have to leave the battery charging for about 20 to 30 minutes for the first time. If it's a small battery, if it's a bigger battery, depending on the current rating from your supply, you should leave it for 1 hour, 2 hours, or even a full day for it to charge. So it's been 10 minutes I have charged the battery. Now we'll remove the terminals and check if it's charged or not. So first we'll measure the maximum current it can give. So if you can see, it can give a current of 430 milliamps. So now we'll connect it to a motor and see if motor can run. If you can see, the motor is running and the battery is charged. So I have taken this cap of this Tic Tac can and have made small slots on it so that the terminals would come out from this. You can see now the battery is ready. You can use it. So let's check the voltage which it can give. So the voltage of our battery is now 1.845 volts. So this is how you can make your own small rechargeable battery using simple components. And few main important points to note down in making of this battery is, first of all, while charging this battery you can see bubbles coming out from the terminals. So that means that battery is charging, and if you are making it in a closed container like this, you make sure there is a hole on the top of the battery so that whenever the battery is charging, what happens is there is a hydrogen gas releasing from the terminals of this battery. So this hydrogen gas trap may explode sometime and may be very fatal. So before making it, make sure you're in a well ventilated area if you're making in a large batteries, bigger batteries. And if you're trying to charge it at very high current, sometimes the battery may explode. So take care about the current rating of the charging rating. If it's a bigger battery, you can charge with higher current, but if it's a smaller battery, make sure the current is as low as possible. If you want to recondition an old lead acid battery with Epsom salt, then make sure that the acid inside the battery is properly removed and the battery is properly washed so that the acid is neutralized. And for neutralizing the battery, you can use ordinary baking soda, because baking soda is a base and acid will neutralize when reacted with the base. So baking soda is readily available in the house and you can use it to neutralize the battery. Battery is charged, there is lead sulfate generated inside the battery, so which may be dangerous. So make sure that it doesn't reach any children and it's kept away safely. And thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe if you like my videos.